how they affect the very direction of price. And momentum has so many different strategies or so many different elements around the momentum. First of all, let me highlight this is our momentum, which is more or less like I refer to it as my engine. So this is my momentum. So how does it affect the direction of price? Today is going to be a backtesting strategy using momentum and how I will trade with it. And let's see how price reacted to it. So let's start from this side, right? Let's start from this side. This is one example I'm trying to use. So you do realize that we are on the four. Let me check the time frame first. I think you're on a 4 hour time frame. So yeah, of course. So let's see what happens here. You see, so we are in the negatives here, right? Then we ascended into the positive territories. Okay, so momentum went up, came up, then we came down. If you are new to this channel, you probably might take a look at one of the videos that I did about hidden indicators of market cipher B. That anytime the blue or the white wave crosses the deep blue wave, there's always an indicator that prints out. The same way, so this one was a bearish indicator, and the same way if the white blue crosses the deep blue upwards, we printed a green dot here, which is a bullish sign. Again, these are just indicators, but it's just a sign. So we realize the momentum went upwards, 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 upwards. Let's see what happens to price here. Price also surged upwards, upwards. Then let's see what happened here. There was like another cross between the light blue wave and the deep blue. We printed a bearish signal. Then another cross, we printed a bullish signal. But again, these are just signals, indicators. They are not really they don't have huge influence. I did another video talking about influence. So then we had another downtrend. Let's see what happened to price here. So there was an upwards territories, then there was a consolidation here, then again momentum surge upwards again, then price went upwards. What I want to emphasize is you can trade simply by just using momentum and money flow as your reference decision makers, right? This is liquid, this is momentum. So when momentum crossed down, crossed the the light blue wave crossed the deep blue wave, form a bearish signal, means we are coming down. But if you understand trading, if you understand market cipher, there is always a correction. Like I said, this 60 line, this is 60 line, is a line of correction. 60 line. Again, this is an overbought territories. This is an overbought territories. And this is also the line of correction on the negative side. So this is oversold territory. So it's like the inverse of buying and selling, because trading is all about the inverse. This is positive and this is negative. So there's always going to be, if there is a buy in here, there is a sell in here. So if this is a positive 60, there's always going to be a negative 60. This is pure probable. Sorry, this is pure mathematics. if you understand your mathematics or still remember your mathematics, you understand the inverse relationship of everything. So let's see what happened here. So a momentum crossed this 60 line, came downward. So if I was trading, right, I always know that anytime my momentum crosses the 60 line, there's going to be a correction. Anytime, almost anytime, there's going to be a correction. There's nothing like momentum is going to form another. No. There's nothing like that. So if let's say I'm trying to long, or probably long from this side, right? I know I am longing till momentum crosses the 60 line. It came down again, then crossed another one, then came down. Oh, it's like there was a correction. So let's see what happened here. It went up, then came down because momentum was also falling down. But you could realize that there was still liquid in the assets. There was enough liquid in the assets, so price wouldn't dump heavily. It couldn't dump heavily. It came downwards, then again momentum formed here, green dot, went upwards, price also went upwards. Then you realize that money was exiting. We were losing money here. Look at what. Let me remove the drawings. Sorry. Let me remove the drawings. And let's look at what price. Sorry, let's look at liquid here. So we were losing liquid. In other words, money was exiting the asset, and price will start falling. Price will start falling. See the bearish signs here. This is a blood diamond, a bigger one, and this is a manipulation sign. So in other words, money is exiting. Money is exiting. So is momentum. Momentum is coming down. Came down, came down, came down. See what happened to price. Came down. So it's like the intensity of the direction is also predicated towards the direction of your oscillators. If you have massive or enough of your influential oscillators heading in the negative, price drops significantly. Look at this one. When money was entering entering into the negatives, and momentum was also in the negative, you see that price really went down, 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 down. So is the inverse. If the same thing, money was inside the asset, so it was in the asset, and momentum was also in the asset. We had liquid here, we had momentum here in a positive. Look at how price did. Boom, 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 boom. So it's like MarketCypher simplifies trading for me. It's so easy to understand. Let's do another practical back testing of our momentum wave. What happened here? So there was a cross on the overbought territories, of course. Price went up, then we had a correction. Correction happened, then price came down. Then again we had another one above the correction line, came downward. So it's like if you don't know, even if you don't have any strategy or you don't have any way of trading, just try and learn how to literally trade when your momentum is above your 60 line, because there's always going to be a correction. So it's like if you enter the long here, remember there's not going to be another surge or uptrend of momentum, because there's going to be a correction. So you can only short from the side. Short comes down, again long up, then short down, long up, short down. But again, try and also include your money flow as well. Don't try and use momentum as your only decision maker. Try and see if there is money in the asset. If there is money in the asset, try and long from this side, because you know there is liquid, so price will evidently go higher, 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 higher. Once there is liquid in it, price barely comes down. When price comes down, is normally often due to the very direction of your momentum waves. Look at this typical example is when momentum waves was coming down, right? Price also started coming down here, but we still had liquid. You understand? So momentum came back again. There was liquid in it, but you could realize the liquid was leaving the asset, so price couldn't go up much more, and liquid was just descending down. So it's like try and find the direction between your most influential oscillators, which is money and momentum. See where both are heading towards, navigate amongst your time frames, and trade in accordance with the different directions. So look at a typical example here. There was a correction here. Momentum went above the 60 line. Then see what happened. We had liquid in the negative, so you see how price reacted. Boom, 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 boom. Came down because there was liquid in the negatives, right? There was not enough liquid to put price up. So it's like price fell hugely. So let's see what happened here. Momentum came up, 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 up. Price went up, 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 up. Right? Then there was another correction here. Then price came down. Take a very critical good look at our money flow. Money or liquid was in the negative. So you could realize that price responded to the very direction of our liquid. So it's like the more I backtest MarketCypher, the more accurate it becomes. I think this is probably our last example. Momentum went above the 60 line. Boom, there was a correction here. See what happened to price. Price came down, momentum came down. Then see what money flow. See where money flow was. Our liquid was in the negative. So it's like when you see double X's, it means or when you see an X, it's a manipulation sign. So it means that there was a big dump. Yeah, there was a big dump. Then momentum went upwards. price went upward. There was still liquid in the negative, so it's like price couldn't go upwards like that because liquid was not in the asset. So then again, momentum came down. Sorry, price came down when momentum was also falling down here, and liquid was still in the negative, so price came down. So it's like short when you are probably above the correction line, and you can also long when we are below the another correction line here, provided if the direction is going upwards like this. If there is liquid in the negative, it's hard for momentum to normally go upwards like that. I'm not saying it's hard, but sometimes it's hard to long for long. Sorry, it's hard to enter a long for long. You know, so like it's hard to stay in a long for long. You understand? Normally, you have to wait and see if there is liquid in the positive so that you can long for a very long time. You understand? So always try to pair your indicators. Always try to find asymmetry of direction between your momentum and your money flow. And this is another basic strategy if I want to use momentum to trade. Using the overbought and oversold strategies, like I can scalp and I can swing, and there's so many strategies with Makassar. I wish I could just, I mean, this is one part of it, but I'm trying my very best to give all, like just show you guys how it works. So until then, have a nice time, people.